Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I was just in my shop. I decided to take a break to come outside out back to make this video for you guys, because there's some things on my mind that I think are really serious. And I was literally just having a conversation with one of my regular customers, one of my regular silver and gold stackers, and we were talking about price of gold. And, you know, I told him that I feel, my opinion, I think we're going to see 4,000 an ounce. And maybe higher, like a lot of people are saying it's going to go much higher. And he said to me something that I've said to you guys. We don't know, you know. Yeah, those numbers might be crazy. They're saying 10,000 an ounce. That might be, you know, that's a little high. That might be a little bit crazy. And I said to him, I'm not so sure it's that crazy anymore. And we both kind of like looked at each other like, yeah, it's not that crazy anymore. And I'm starting to wonder, and I don't ever really pump prices and give large price predictions, because normally metals moves pretty slowly. And, you know, to start talking about crazy, you know, high figures, seems crazy, but not so much anymore. And I'm not so sure we're not going to see some of those prices. So that was just a really quick interesting conversation where I actually, in my mind at least, I entertained the idea that, you know, much higher prices for gold and possibly and hopefully silver are coming. And why do I say that? Well, I say that because I think there's a coordinated effort going on of de-dollarization. I know you've heard that term. And I got to congratulate a lot of you guys that have stuck with this and have seen the writing on the wall and have not listened to the naysayers, even though I'm sure you've gotten some flack from family and friends about, you know, why are you stacking silver? Why are you stacking so much gold? You know, you're a doomsdayer. Everything will be fine. Nothing happens. You know, I've heard that a million times. And I actually got a buddy of mine who's a longtime silver stacker that has lost friends and family because he's been trying to warn them for years to prepare themselves for what's probably coming. And it isn't conspiracy. It seems like it's actually happening. Now, all you got to do is look at the couple things. M2 money supply. Look at that chart. They're just printing money like there's no tomorrow. And then look at the debt clock, debtclock.org. So like I said in the other video, no matter how much they do to try to curb this debt, it just seems to keep rising. It doesn't seem, it is. It just keeps rising and rising, which means that what? Our dollar is losing value, and I think it's accelerating. And then you have that in a combination with central banks from around the world trying to get away from the dollar. And I believe that most of their money, or most of their funds, instead of going into our stuff, is going into gold. And it's a scary proposition. And it's even scarier for the sheep out there that are clueless and not awake. Even though some of you have tried to tell them what's happening and what's probably going to happen, and to prepare yourself and to be ready, and they're not. And you know, we're going to have a serious problem if the dollar keeps weakening, as I think it probably is going to. And it could get much more serious in the unlikely event, I think, of a complete collapse. We're in big trouble. That's a topic for another video. But I don't think it's too late for you guys. If you just got into this you haven't been doing it a long time. Maybe you just found this channel. Maybe you just started researching it. Maybe you started waking up to the fact that you should have some precious metals stashed away, some silver and gold. And you might look at the price and say, well, it's so high now, I missed the boat. I don't think anybody can know. Nobody can judge if you missed the boat or not. You know, once again, you can't pick tops and bottoms. And stop looking at it in that way, in terms of really in US dollars. Because you're really buying this stuff and you're stacking silver and gold in order to protect yourself. In case what happens that I'm talking about that might happen. You know what I mean? Like, you should be protecting yourself and stop worrying about the day-to-day price movements and stop trying to trade it if that's what you're trying to do. I would say that's a big mistake. But, you know, if what's happening that I'm talking about is actually happening, we're going to have some serious issues. And if you don't get protected now, we're in big trouble. We're all in big trouble. So if you guys got any comments, this is a short video. I'm trying to fit this in real quick here. Unfortunately, there's a church behind me, and there's a bunch of, it's a school church, and there's a bunch of people waiting in line to pick up their kids, and they probably think I'm some kind of weirdo creeper standing around here with this camera, trying to hide from them behind these bushes. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that this is really happening? Do you think there's a de-dollarization event actually happening right now? Let me know what you think. Do you think that we're in serious trouble? Which I know most of you probably do. And do you think it's too late for the new stacker, anybody new, to start adding on right now, or start to accumulate some metals to protect themselves? Because I don't think it's too late. I think this could be just the beginning. I don't know. You know, nobody knows. But why leave yourself out unprotected? So if you guys got anything to say, anything you agree with, even if you don't agree with it, leave it in the comments. Please like this video, like and subscribe and all that jazz. And until the next video, guys, have a great day.